Introducing Dr. Injackery Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages and we're coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York City.
Yes. New York City is so great that our mayor, Bill de Blasio, is planning to write a very big Black Lives Matter sign on Fifth Avenue.
Wow.
Do you know Fifth Avenue?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is where Trump's tower is. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's the center that the mayor of Washington, D.C. did in Washington. She wrote a big Black Lives Matter on the road that led to the White House. So each time that Trump travels and comes back into Washington, D.C., he has to go through that road that screams Black Lives Matter. Now, Trump finds actions like this irritating. He called the three words, Black Lives Matter, hateful words. Look at the tweet now. Yeah, Trump doesn't want them written on the beautiful street where his tower is in New York City. So Trump is like writing Lucifer's life matters in front of Heaven's Gate. Can you imagine that? When you are approaching heaven, you see Lucifer's life matters. Now, the mayor of Washington, D.C. and that of New York City, they are very lucky that Trump is a very good man who is also a stable genius. If Trump were like the small boy supreme leader of North Korea, who reads his security briefs every day, it would have been a different story. Did you hear that North Korean President Kim Jong-un got so mad about a leaflet that defectors in South Korea dropped into North Korea? Did you hear that?
What?
He was mad. Guess what he did? He leveled a liaison office his country has in South Korea. Oh yeah, look at the headline. He leveled the thing. For writing nonsense about his wife, the small boy supreme leader did what every self-respecting husband, with the exception of Will Smith, would have done. You know, here is the building going down. The man wasn't kidding. He was not kidding. I know, right? So you may think his reaction was not proportional. But the leaflet said something dirty and insulting about the wife of the supreme leader. Look at the woman. How could you look at this woman and have something, beautiful woman, have something bad to say about her? People are very wicked. Very wicked people. Let this be a lesson to all you Africans who said dirty and insulting things about the wives of supreme leaders all over Africa.
To her is that just be a lady first before being a first lady. In fact, you cannot be a first lady without being a lady. And that's the only advice I have.
My friend, please, listen to me. Turn back from that place you are going. There's no road there. Turn back. Please.
An unelected person, a mere domestic appendage of power, can seize control of a place for 11 days, and as a result of her presence, the governor of that state is told by a policeman, you cannot pass here because the queen is there. I mean, what sort of jungle are we living in?
Did I not tell you there's no road where you are going? Turn back. Well, since you've gone there, let's go. Let's go.
Not only did he insult former President Jonathan's wife, Jane Patience Jonathan, called her a hippopotamus, he also asked Nigerians to forgive Buhari. Google it!
Ha! You know, I've forgotten about hippopotamus and all that jazz. You know? You see how time flies. It turns out that those were the good old days. These days, the First Lady is less than a mere domestic appendage to power. She's locked up inside the kitchen day and night. And through a crack in the kitchen window, that's when we see her fighting back.
Not talk as Aisha Buhari has turned the presidential villa into a battlefield. They are shooting guns there. And then she has now turned the place to a place for domestic disputes, always quarreling, very quarrelsome woman. The presidency released a statement even insulting him. That was 2 months ago. Look, a Nobel laureate without a noble character is nothing. I have to say that.
Do you really have to say that, Reno? Eh? Do you have to say that? This is why I don't want to go into all these things. We have more important things to discuss today. Today, we have more important things to talk about. By the way, whatever happened to that mayor commissioner who was promoted to vice president of Nigeria? You all can agree with me that he has gone back again to being a mayor commissioner. Is it not? Yeah. In fact, some commissioners in some states are more powerful than Nigeria's vice president. I'm just saying. This is so true, especially with the sweeping away of all his allies in the ruling political party in Nigeria, the APC. Look at them. Adam, what happened to us? What just happened to us? Can we follow you to the Garden of Eden before we are all left naked? In one crisis, they were all swept away. I put out a call for where are these people? People like Bukola Saraki, Dino Milaye, David Mark, all those gangster Nigerian politics performers, recently retired. Where did they go to? Where are they now? Here is a video of one of them that I just received. Take a look. Talking about retired gangsters, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo last week warned that Nigeria must reform or it will collapse. Oh yeah, look at the headline. We must restructure Nigeria or it will collapse. That man is so funny. Imagine Buhari retired in 2023. Imagine him making a speech to tell the new president, President Bello El Rufai. Is that not the guy coming in? Is it the guy coming in? No, not next. No, okay. To abide by federal character in his appointments or risk Nigeria's collapse. Imagine Buhari saying that. See, when Obasanjo was president, everyone who mentioned the need to restructure Nigeria will get this kind of treatment from Obasanjo. Watch. If he doesn't say you should shut up and go to hell, he will just dance and ignore you. Yeah, that's it. Why is it that once they're out of power, their eyes will open? Nonsense. Now, remember, there was a time Bola Tinubu was one of those calling for restructuring of Nigeria. The moment he became national leader of APC, and he earned the right to take bullion vans to any bank in the country and carry money to his house. He no more had any reason to talk about restructuring of Nigeria. He went into second base. Take a look. Things are good. Or we're good. Not anymore. Now that he has been swept away, let's see what he does next. Watch.
It's Evans who was arrested and the disclosure thereafter. A herdsman. I don't want to be political. I will ask you, where are the cows?
Yes! It's Evans A herdsman? That's the question. Go and tell it to Omotekun. Bad sons. Anyway, talking of people swept away by currents that they could not control. Our favorite, Wako Jacko pastor, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, has done it again. When you think he was already in the mud, could not go lower, he finds a way to dig deeper with his mouth. Take a look.
For example, there are many who don't even understand what's going on in the United States with the riots. It's not about the guy that died. It's not about black folks. It's not about Black Lives Matter. I'll tell you what it's about.
Oh, Pastor Chris, stable genius. Pastor, please, tell us about the guy who died. Yeah, by the way, his name is George Floyd. His death has brought more changes in America and all over the world than all your 1001 sermons in the last 30 years. Go on.
It's part of the game. I'll tell you what it is. It's simple. Because they want to come in with the alternative method for security. What is that alternative?
you know, our Wako Jacko pastor would have saved himself all these embarrassments if he had come up with an alternative way of collecting tithes and offerings when churches are closed. That's the problem. Let us hear from the great pastor his idea. My guess is that it has to be something to do with chips and vaccines. Let's hear him.
What is that alternative method for security? The total control with the RFID microchip. That's what it's about.
I knew it. Microchips. They will become the new police officers monitoring us. That's the thing about to happen. Listen to the man.
Get rid of the police. Then that city, everyone gets microchipped. And if you're visiting, you must come in with some digital identification. You must be known. Everyone must have a digital personality.
Seriously, what is Pastor Chris really afraid of? Could it be that he is an undercover agent of a different power? And these chips will blow his cover? Could that be the real issue? Something is worrying him. Now, if Pastor Chris will think about it more, because he could deploy the same chips to catch all those his church members who do not pay their full tithes. You know what I mean? Those who cheat God by keeping some of Chris' 10%. Sorry. I mean God's 10%. Yeah, God's 10%. What am I saying? God's 10%. Yeah, he will catch them with the chips. Pastor Chris is not the only one losing his mind over this lack of tithes and offerings coming into the church since the closure. You know, the general overseer of Winners Chapel, Bishop David Oyedepo, also went nuts last week. Take a look.
They call coronavirus has suddenly become anti-church virus. Clean and clear.
Yes! Tithes and offerings are terrible income sources to lose. Very terrible. You won't know it because you've not been receiving it. Just sit down at home and you won't understand.
The market is beaming with multitudes. Social distance, zero. They were sweating on each other. Yet it's secure. This is no longer coronavirus. At least in 2 states, Lagos and Ogun. It is now anti-church virus.
Yeah! QED, quite easily done. Wait. But I thought the churches are still on. Only that it's remote. I haven't missed a week of Emmanuel's TV. Have you? So What is the fuss all about? It has to be tithes and offerings now. Listen to the man.
Whatever the sponsors are of this evil caution, Denoska, Brubu ki ane Suzaro, Shigredu, Ameko Papariato, Zankredeko da Prara.
Yes! Caution. Kafune fune diotua. Fune fune.
The largest gathering of believers on the earth today is here in Nigeria.
Could Nigeria be the poverty capital of the world because of you guys? Because of what you have turned Nigerians into? Could that be the point?
The largest church congregation in the world today is also here in Nigeria.
Anyway, one last time. Caution. Kafune fune diotua. Fune fune. Ogadiaya. I will tell you something. After this coronavirus thing is over, there will be a new pipeline to move cash from church members' bank account straight to the church's bank account, whether the church is open or closed. Once these pipelines are in place, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome and Bishop David Oyedepo will stop losing their minds. I'm telling you what will happen. Now, talking about pipelines. Oh, the AKK pipeline is coming on board.
Really?
Yes, AKK. While you were sleeping, the big Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano pipeline has kicked off. Oh yeah, in Nigeria. It is called the AKK pipeline. Watch.
The AKK pipeline project is a section of the Trans-Nigeria gas pipeline with the capacity to transport 2.2 billion cubic feet of gas per day and will be fed from the existing domestic infrastructure.
The Trans-Nigeria pipeline will transport 2.2 billion cubic feet of gas a day from the south to the north.
No way.
Oh yeah, the president commissioned the project from the council chambers. He did not take any chance coming out on the streets because of coronavirus. He told the governors of the states where these pipelines will pass not to let it be like the crude oil pipeline that takes crude oil from the south to the north for Kaduna Refinery. You know Kaduna Refinery? The same Kaduna Refinery that lost 64 billion in 2018. 64 billion naira and it made zero revenue. The refinery that also lost money in the last 5 years consecutively. Technically, since Buhari became Nigeria's Minister of Petroleum Resources, the Kaduna Refinery has lost money every year. It's not like, Buhari's cows in Daura that they are doing any better than the Kaduna Refinery. It's all the same thing, lose money, no income, no revenue. Yeah, lose money. Anyway, listen to President Muhammadu Buhari as he talks about his dream for the pipeline, what he's going to do, how he's going to transform the place where he's taking this gas to. Watch.
I challenge our private sector to lead the change in maximizing our gas resources to create a petrochemical hub that will resurrect not only our manufacturing capacity.
Wait, stop. Is that not the Vice President of Nigeria there? Is that not him? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. He has been released? How come nobody told Nnamdi Kanu? Eh? Okay, please. Nobody should distract us. This pipeline project is a very serious business. At $2.8 billion, more than the budget of Chad and Mali put together, we should all pay attention to what President Buhari is saying. Listen to him.
As the world evolves, we owe our people the responsibility to prepare them for what the future holds.
Buhari said his goal is to build petrochemical hub in northern Nigeria. Isn't that wonderful? Now, am I crazy to wonder why a hub like this has not been built where this gas is coming from? You know what I mean? Now, won't it be good to say that the place where oil and gas come from, that it has petrochemical hub? 24-hour electricity, gas pipelines into every home in Rivers, in Bayelsa, in Cross River, in Akwa Ibom, in Imo State, before we start laying pipes 600 kilometers to somewhere else. Wouldn't it be wonderful? What am I missing? Now, for those conspiracy theorists out there, just note that this project was conceived in 2008, but could only be implemented now when our Minister for Petroleum is an action man. You didn't hear that from me. Listen.
Gas-based industries, agricultural industry, fertilizer plants, and so many other moribund industries which could not function because of the absence of captive power.
Wow. Could somebody just help me out here? I don't get it. These industries that the NNPC Group General Manager mentioned here, are they functioning in those places where these pipelines are taking the gas from up to the north? Are they functioning there? What do I know? Maybe those places do not need these industries. You know what I mean? Or maybe they already have these industries. Let us take another look at the Niger Delta. One day, somebody will write about this place called Nigeria. One day. Now, this is only in Nigeria's story, but it can apply to other African countries. And you see that it's a wonderful continent. So last week, when former President Olusegun Obasanjo came out to issue his usual warning about Nigeria's impending collapse, the former chairman of Obasanjo's political party, PDP, Audu Ogbe, came out to recall how he was humiliated out of office as the chairman of the PDP. Oh yeah, it was a sad story. According to Audu Ogbe, he was at home one evening with his family when President Olusegun Obasanjo drove into his house unannounced. Oh yeah, Obasanjo came with all the security people that travel with the president. And he sat down and requested for pounded yam. Wonderful man. Of course, Audu Ogbe got his family household to hurry up and prepare the meal for Obasanjo. After Obasanjo was done eating, they served him, he ate, he washed his hand. Then he brought out a letter from his pocket and gave it to Audu Ogbe to read and sign. It was a letter of resignation as PDP chairman, written by Obasanjo himself for Audu Ogbe to sign. Now, with Obasanjo's security men watching Audu requested that he would like to go inside the house to get a pen so that he would sign. And the man thought he was smart. He wanted to jump out of the window and run. Obasanjo immediately brought out a pen from his pocket and gave it to him and asked him to sign. Audu Ogbe did not know what to do. He signed. And Obasanjo told him that for criticizing him, the president, he should know that he should no longer be the chairman of his own political party. And Obasanjo left. Can you imagine that? 30 minutes after Obasanjo left, he came back with his security people again. This time, Audu decided, you know what? My family is traumatized. Let me go outside there and meet them. So, Audu Ogbe went outside to meet Obasanjo. When he got there, Obasanjo brought out that letter and said to him, "You did not put date here. Oh yeah, write today's date under your signature." And Audu wrote today's date, the date under his signature. And Obasanjo left. That was how he was humiliated. Only in Nigeria, Kenya, do you have a story like that? No. Zimbabwe, do you people have a story? No. It's only in Nigeria. Gangsters. I beg, show me the video of that retired Nigerian gangster politician enjoying his life in retirement. Bring that video back. I tell you, it's a wonderful continent. You can follow me on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
On Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
And on Facebook at
Dr. Damages.
Now here's my concern for today. is taken from page 419 of the book Oduduwa Republic, My Homeland by Adeyinka Grandson. And it says, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to this separation. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You hear yourself.
Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. We're still behind. We're behind our colleagues. I don't know what's wrong. We're behind our. Help us. Click. 1. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. I see you. Are you in Canada? Thank you. Mexico. Thank you. Hi. If you live in the US, in the UK, Canada, Italy, Ireland, and Spain, and you send money to Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, or Uganda, you should download SendWave on your phone. It's easy. SendWave is safe, secure, reliable, fast, and more importantly, it is fee-free. Absolutely no fees for your first transaction. Use the promo code DOCTOR and SendWave will add $5 or €5 or £5 to the money you are sending. Dash, just because you know Dr. Damages. What are you waiting for? Here is how.